Greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Brought to you by the Fifth Dimension. There's a cat back there, but I don't think you see him. Alright, so this is kind of a little bit of a continuation from yesterday. I feel like I might as well go into this subject matter, which I have not dived into it. I mean, I might as well get it over with. Connected to lower energies yesterday of candles lit to clear the vibrations. You know, it's kind of a sensitive subject matter, but I figured dive into it a little bit further. And you know, I mean, how do you heal humanity? How do you heal all this? You gotta kind of go into the ins and outs of what's going on here. So dark entities incarnating as humans, and that's what I was going to really title it, demon. Actually, I was going to put it demons incarnate as humans, but I figured I better not put that in the title. Same thing. Dark entities, demons, same thing. Another thing on a positive note, were the positive elf energies. I can also connect to the fairy energies, but we'll go with elf right now. Positive elf energy is also there for rebuilding your vibration, upgrading yourself. You can connect to a channel with their energies. Positive elf energy. I don't know if there's any elf. Well, I don't know. There's probably elemental oracle cards, but elf cards would actually be stronger than elemental. Like, you know, fairy cards are great. Mother Earth is great. Elf cards are actually very powerful. It's just elf magic, elf energies. We're going to bring that energy in. It's just something that, you know, I don't really connect to very often, but is, you know, because I had that little encounter about a week ago or something like that. So I might as well go into the more positive effects of it. But for dark entity energies, yeah, we'll think of something like War of the Rings. What you see in War of the Rings, you know, there's kind of some creature-looking things. Yeah. I wouldn't say they look exactly like that, but either way, you want to know about your world. Most of humanity is going to look the other way. It's, you know, part of the programming, whatever it might be. There's a question about UFO disclosure and all that. Just give it time. So you have to unlock ourselves first. Guys, the aliens, we have to open ourselves up a little bit more. For alien, doesn't mean there won't be any ship sightings or anything like that. I think I just saw something. But you know, we got to get educated. There will be a time where you know, like in the comics is like the X-Men, where everyone has all these powers and all that. We will head to that future eventually. Men are used to the darker aspects of life, and they're just so programmed by that. But over time, people will start to connect to flight. I don't know when. Flight on their own, teleportations. Who knows when all that's going to start activating? But it will down the road. Future human, definitely. Until then, who the hell knows? It's just, I guess you can say we're getting used to those ideas. Eventually those will start being experienced. In this lifetime, it's unknown. I don't want to say no, but you know, who knows. But things can change. But to go back to the dark entity energies, they do reincarnate here. I believe I've met one. Jeez. Know-it-alls usually, and a spiritual teacher in some regard, trying to control the narrative, and just very vicious at times. So people like Dick Cheney, he's not a dark entity, but it has a lot of those energies around him. So a dark entity energy is, now why they incarnate, some of them are here to cause chaos. Some of them are actually here to heal and move out of that. So they're not fun to be around either. Some of them are in gangs. most of them mostly are in gangs because they need to be part of some hive mind. So it's just something to give you clarity. I mean, when you do healing on this planet, gang energies, you know, like was it MS-13 or something like that. That's one of the reasons they're putting up this wall while we have the government shutdown is because of that gang, and of course they have Bloods and Crips and stuff like that. Healing those energies are not easy. You want your alien contact, but yet we have stuff like that exist. Of course, Africa is having their difficulties on and on and on. So, you know, we have all these different layers of, you know, negativity on this world, and you're asking for alien contact, and we just have a lot here we have to figure out. Yeah, healing that's not going to be easy, but identifying where these entities are coming from. They come from lower astral, come from different universes. They just, like I said, not all of them are here to cause trouble. All of them are here to just find a direction. They're here to heal that demonic energy and become, you know, reinstate back into their, you know, the positive incarnation plan, so, or cycle. And through their negativity is the only way they know they can get attention. It's like incarnating into this world is one way of doing it. Let's put it that way. Of course, this world is super negative. It's like might as well incarnate here. So it's like it's a school. It transitions from dark to light. In the spirit world, it's a little bit difficult to do that. I believe you can, but it's a different process. And here, you can say it's done here faster. So they might have to go through a couple of cycles, like live, die, live, die, live, die, live, die, and then, all right, we made it. Even if they do find Jesus or become a priest, it's still better than what they came from. It's not perfect, but it's still better. So you can say some of these priests used to be dark entities, and I wouldn't doubt it. And some of them are dark entities. So the reason I do that is because of the abuse situation that's going. Not to say all of them that are causing abuse are dark entities, but some of them are. Some of them are bishops, to give you a little bit clarity. So why is this world's a little bit of everything? So yeah, you're positive, not so positive. It's called, I was going to put this in the title or somewhere. The Mother of Darkness Castle. It's for rituals, and I forget where it's at, but look up Mother of Darkness. It's in Europe somewhere. I want to say it's Brussels, but I don't think so. Places like that, over time, as humanity upgrades itself, we'll be able to heal places like that. We're kind of right now, people don't understand their spiritual connections right now. So, like with information like this is going eventually, or it's my channel and others are going to future generations where all this is normal. Right now it's abnormal. And so for future generations to connect to this, and who knows, you might not be on YouTube anymore, it might be in some cabinet somewhere, you know, hidden, who knows. Who knows what the future holds. But you know, all this is going to be, you know, this is mostly for future, you know, people here are warning about this, but future generations are going to be implementing on it. Doesn't say those aren't here going to come to, but not many people really understand their power here. And something like the Mother of Darkness Castle is very powerful, has a lot of Illuminati energies there, and healing that isn't easy, but it is possible, but obviously going to need a lot of people for that. The Federal Reserve is another one. The Federal Reserve has its own timeline, so that's also, you know, programming humanity. Every type of like institution has their own timeline. Google has their own timeline. Facebook has its own timeline. So, you know, it gives you a little bit of idea of how to heal these things or connect to them at least. Yikes. Federal Reserve timeline, it has a lot of witchcraft going on there for brainwashing humanity. There's a lot of esoteric energies there, Knights Templar energies there. Pharaohs goes beyond the pharaohs. Obviously, it sets the agenda. Even the money that we have, yeah, it has a sense energy to obviously. Meaning that there are beings that can track where it goes, and not using computers. It's like they don't need computers. That's the thing. People are so worried about privacy and all that. Oh, Big Brother's doing this. Big Brother's doing that. Oh, my camera is doing this. And it's like a third dimensional way of looking at things. Looking at 4 and 5, they can see everything. They don't need a computer. They don't need a satellite. They don't need any of that. Just tune into your vibration. They can see exactly what's going on. So, yeah. So they can tell themselves or their higher dimensional selves connect to somebody attractive or not attractive or this or that, whatever it is, they'll connect to it instantly. So, like for me, connect to anybody out there, not that hard. So, yeah. Good luck on all that privacy. Good luck on that. It's just, it's paranoia. It shouldn't be paranoia. Heal the paranoia. Just not worry about it. Even if you got something to hide or don't have anything, who cares? It's like, when it comes to the spirit world, they have to, obviously in the spirit world, they see everything. Higher dimensional beings from 4 and 5, they don't always see everything. But they see enough, let's put it that way. In the spirit world, they have to see it. You don't create something and you don't see what's going on. You might not see every detail, but somebody sees what's going on, so you just have to. Just the way it is. For those who are new to all of this, I'mTotal.com, we have private sessions throughout the week. We have gift card, we have a channel, we have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel on my phone. We have the shop here, it's around 7 days for delivery. Same situation here, Spirit Social. We have other channels and healers I do recommend. We have Social Network, we have the Rabbit, we have more Rabbit on its way. Alright, we'll go switch gears a little bit. I'm not going to dive into the whole dark entity too much. You kind of get the idea of it. When it goes further, there's other places you can go. Yeah, it's not exactly it's not exactly fun connecting to it, but it's obviously controlling most of our planet, as you can see. It's just, jeez, I don't know when is the human consciousness going to upgrade? And realize, an alien visitation is going to cause more panic here, but it doesn't mean it won't help in some regard. But I don't know, humans need to, culture has to change. That's the main thing. Alright, connecting to the positive alpha energies. I was going to do a couple of different connections with them. Yeah, they're definitely here. We'll do a conscious connection, and we might channel them through normal channeling connections, but basically see what they want to do. Alright, much love, blessings. Here we go. They're very connected to the UN, as for bringing positive energies. A lot of elves are humanitarian energies. Some of them are incarnated, not all of them. You have a lot of Anunnaki incarnated in the UN, obviously, for many reasons. Some of you might feel an energy drain recently because some of you are connected to the government and you might not always know it. Notice there's a government shutdown going on. Some of you might feel like you're kind of worn out, or I feel it. I feel like bleh. I think it has something to do with it. They had a thing where we went, I forgot what it was. We for Syria or something, like fired missiles at it. I felt kind of off that day too. So with the government shutdown, I feel kind of like weird. So. Alright, sorry about that. Go back. So yeah, humans are going to learn about their genetics, how they are connected to Mother Earth. Everyone has a Mother Earth connection, of course, Father Earth's energies. There's the centaur beings that many are incarnated here for construction, for building, for finding a good society, for family. So you find somebody is, a male, and there are females with a lot of the male energies. Sometimes you can pick on centaurs. Are here. Sometimes they have many kids, sometimes they have one, and it's hard to say. They're not always the easiest ones to get along with, but they are here. Fairies are known to be in your strip clubs currently. Some of them are. Some of them just like to look attractive. Some of them are not easy to get along with, of course. Some of them are in Hollywood, but some of them just like to show girls. Some of them are Victoria's Secret models. It all depends. Some of them don't want a personality; they just want to look good. That's some of your fairy energies. Now that's some. That doesn't go for all the fairies here, but a lot of them just like being attractive for many reasons. They like the high of everyone paying attention to them, and they use their fairy magic all the time to pick out who they want, who they don't want, and da 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 da. It becomes like, I don't know, I got the word human sewer comes in. So some fairies are known to do a trance on people, and they are here and they do it now. It doesn't always work. So some people are doing trances. A lot of them are female, some are male, both. A lot of the females do. Let's use them for example. Do a lot of trances on people all the time. At least the fairies that are in, like strip club environments, stuff like that. Notice that it doesn't always work, but some do know how to brainwash the humans. So, like they can do it their own love potion to get what they want. Now, it doesn't always have to be a fairy energy to do this, but it's more common in fairies. But pretty much anybody can do it. So just give you a little bit of understanding of that. Yes, your government's ran by demonic beings for the most part. Anunnaki, Illuminati, mostly demonic beings, because humanity let go of itself and let other beings run the show instead of being a collective. It feels like it's a collective, but it really isn't. It's slowly trying to get back there, but it's not doing a very good job. But Mother Earth can assist with that, but she doesn't want to interfere with free will. But she can actually turn things around very quickly, but she chooses not to. A lot of the business, those in business that are here, let's see, some of those Anunnaki, not all, some are from a secret space program. Some of those that are in the big companies, business and investment companies, are part of the secret space program, higher ups. And something that some of you can connect to like read their vibrations. For example, Alan Greenspan's a part of it, at least the financial side of this secret space program. He's retired, so it might be a little bit easier to connect to. The Pentagon's very protective at this time, so doesn't mean you need to go into that area. The reason they're bringing this up is just you want to know your world. So the Pentagon has many vortexes within it. Many souls do get trapped there. There are many countless ghosts around there. Just all kinds of beings. Extraterrestrials are there on a daily basis. Men in Black are not as vicious as you might think. There are other beings that are far worse. Once you get to the angelic realms, like, ooh, jeez. There are many dark elves that are 100 times more powerful than any alien being on this planet. And it goes on and on. So there are sea monsters, but there are in another dimension. Over time, as humanity opens itself up, you will see more of these sea creatures that are hidden, dinosaur beings too. So the vibrations are very low, as you can see. But as humanity is slowly awakening and awakening and awakening, you can bring dinosaur energies into your life. Dragon beings, if you wish. Doesn't mean you'll fully see it right away, but over time, as a collective consciousness, you allow those dimensions to open up. You're looking for your aliens, but what about your dragons? What about these other beings that are here? Because they're right here, basically. Yes, most of your human collective is probably laughing about this, but once again, a lot of the humans here are kind of like an infant race, consciously. They took the conscious of infant mentality, at least spiritually. It might be a very advanced in the third dimension, but in the fourth dimension, I don't know what the hell to do with it. They shut that. It's like they shut that level off. Some of them are in the fourth dimension slightly, but consciously, a lot of them are mostly third dimensional thinking. Look at how the thinking pattern is If it's third dimensional thinking, worry about third dimensional problems, stuff like that. That gives you an idea of the third dimension. Not to say it's a problem, but it's part of the, you can call it, the alien attack on this world, where it's keeping many in that reality. So not to look down upon those that are in the third dimension thinking process, but many of them are under attack, and everyone's under attack technically. But those of you who are awakening aren't as under attack as the others are. So, because look at it, look at all the worry, look at the stock market, look at it that way. But there's other ways. Basically, they are technically, everyone is, and technically, but you're not worried about these things because you're opening yourself up to the higher dimensions. You don't worry about you're gonna worry, but not like your average human's like really paranoid. You're in the process of healing those paranoia energies. So yes, those in the third dimension, not to look down on them, are under attack, and it might seem easier to be there, but then again, it's not. It's it's not a good. It's has its ups and its downs, has its positives, has negatives. It's not a paradise here. This world is like a movie, of course. It is a movie that is very difficult to see around. If you look at it's like kind of like you have to look outside your perspective to see what's happening here. Because seeing through your life, it's kind of blockages. But it's kind of like you project yourself outside of yourself, like from your higher self perspective, and see the world. And you kind of see the problems of what's happening on this world. It's a little bit weird, but looking kind of like outside the box, seeing it from your higher self's point of view, or however you want to word it. Everyone has a different way of looking at things. The positive elf beings are here as not necessarily rescuers, but in some way they're warrior beings, a lot of them. Not here to cause difficulties, here to bring enlightenment, but not here to take over your life, but here to assist, open up your chakras, help you see through your third eye. Elf beings are here in the billions, but he says the millions in the warrior race are always here to assist the alien beings, and many do shut down a lot of the aliens because humans aren't ready. So you can say the elves in a lot of ways are men in black energy too, in some regard, but not in a attack energy. It's just that humans here are really losing it. So they do it. The elves have just a gradual way of just having ships kind of disappear, not from human visuals. It's just because humans here are they're just too vicious right now. Because beings here can, the darker ones can take paranoia and turn it up. Like after a sports game, when it's people won, they end up tearing the whole town apart. A lot of that's been manipulated by dark beings on this planet. And some people feel like it's normal when actually they're being played. So it's a lot of education here that needs to be learned. A lot of people here are like really powered down because you are working astrally to assist, and it's not as easy as you might think. Of course not, but the Earth's going through a transition. It's not easy, and seeing the Earth in its true light. Many are not ready to see the Earth in its true light. The majority of the population is part of the worker race. The worker race is being programmed on a daily basis to stay human, stay paranoid, stay in there where they are. One moment. Alright, we'll bring in, okay, it's a conscious connection. We'll bring in more. We're going to go into a little bit further, deeper connection with, yeah. Okay. Alright, one moment, blessings. You see in your stars, they are peaceful. Your world can be peaceful. Their stars are out there to show that your alien beings, yes, are here to assist. Yes, I am an elf being. My name is not important at this time. Yes, but we are part, yes, of your system of governance. Meaning there's an elf governorship, a council that's connected to your planet. An elf UN, you can say United Nations, but we don't use any of that nonsense. But to give you kind of an idea of what you're connected to. The elf councils, there are fairy councils, elf councils, we all kind of congregate within each other. We have taken on a lot of human elements. We don't dress like you, but we do we get together and we do speak on what to do with your planet. And some of us do show up in the United Nations through our channeling energies to at least assist Mother Earth. We don't get into more human relations because that's all your situation, but to assist Mother Earth, we're always there to chime in every once in a while. So some don't always realize they're channeling actually elf beings. Fairies are here, yes, they're part of the positive grid around your planet. They are assisting the grid energies. They are assisting with humans reconnecting to each other, have children, for relations, for love relations, to have as many lovers as you want. It goes on and on, but the fairy energies have many different connections, of course. Some of you, once you get connected to a fairy energy, it's very difficult to let go of that. Meaning, some do get lost or disappear. They're with the fairies, and it's best just to leave that be. There's a lot of fairy energies, yes, in your kings and queens of your past Earth, even current ones for procreation, creating kids, and all that. A fairy being is always there to help bring a kid in the world, even no matter the circumstance. We're just there to help. With, yes, the elf energies, yes, we are assisting basically to remove blockages for your aliens to arrive. What matters most, though, is for humans here to get their act together, know yourselves better, be peaceful to each other, find inner peace. Your government is causing a lot of difficulties for many to think clearly because they want to continue the old agendas. Not all, there are president exactly, but there are agencies involved in basically reprogramming human thinking patterns, removing thought patterns, even shutting down your energies for you to connect to your guides. There's many forces here to basically, it's not always the archons that are involved. There are other beings, but archons are usually the ones that get blamed for, but it's not always their energy field. It's other beings that are much involved. For you humans to basically find the light within yourselves. You are healing the timelines here, but every time you heal the timeline, someone comes to interfere with that. Those things will change. This year is a change of connecting to elemental beings here, such as elf, fairies, and on. The ideas of our world will come to your mind. As for seeing us, it's unlikely, but channeling our energy is going to become more and more known. And you're just going to feel our vibrations, our footprint become more known here throughout this year and the following years. As yes, we are very connected to your aliens. We are not aliens, we are a higher version of you. Basically, we do connect to your Atlantean beings, and we find your Aquaman movie quite amusing. But it also shows that humans can see this stuff as entertainment, but they're not quite ready to live it. But some of you are. So the contracts of this old third dimension has not fully been let go. Once you get more of a fourth dimension, fifth dimension contract, more of your abilities enhance with future generations, but even current generations too. You would just know your abilities are starting to activate. Some are already using their abilities because they're constantly working on a daily basis, but that's their contract for doing magic is their contract. So basically, yes, go to the flow, because some of you might feel like a fairy or an elf being out of nowhere. You just feel like you all of a sudden turned into one. Some might even feel like you turned into a time traveler, an Atlantean. Many of you have different directions you want to. Not everyone has the time travel capabilities, but not everyone implements it. Everyone has, like, you all have the capability of driving, but not everybody drives in a car. You all have the capability of walking long distances. Most of you don't. Not everyone's going to implement all of these things. But yes, there are many dragon vibrations here to be unlocked into your world, at least on the physical front, your dinosaur worlds. Dinosaur worlds have never really left. They have always been in here secretly in different dimensions, which has been mentioned in your Aquaman movie in some degree. There are many more dimensions. There are several dinosaur dimensions, where some are vicious, some are kind, some are like dragon beings. The loneliness of your world is much needed also for soul healing. Many souls have many different reasons for being alone, because there's a lot of loneliness on this planet, and some just need to be alone to find their magic within themselves. Sometimes having too many people around is very difficult to focus on one's direction. So that's another reason why many are alone on this world. It's like you don't want to be taken off your direction. You want to open up yourself within, and to have everyone in the world calling you on the phone isn't exactly helping you find your true calling, basically. So some have difficulties being alone, but it's like, realize you had a lot of lifetimes when you were with a whole bunch of people, and you accomplished nothing. So now you're here all by yourself, well, friend-wise, lover-wise, to figure yourself out. In many areas, having a temper tantrum about it right now, but I am just a messenger. But it's true, many souls here want to find more of their talents, actually, to choose loneliness over having a great abundance of relationships. And some are just having difficulty with decisions, but they know it's for the best in the long run. Well, some of them do, some of them, not everyone. As you connect more to the fairy energies, you will feel a lot of luck energy coming out. We are here, yes, to assist for just more positivity here. Let's put it that way. Just positive vibrations. Take it or leave it. The old time wise, we're here to heal. Yes, everyone's worried about the stock market crashing. So these elemental energies, we are here to assist with healing and help you find more of yourselves. It's like, what about you in relations with those that are around you? That right there is worse than any stock market crash, because your life can be much better than just this isolated situation. Some of you have people around you can create better relations, let's put it that way. You're worried about situations they can't handle. You're a Illuminati, you know that. They like to, the theater, you are, yes, players in the theater, and they like to cause thunder and all of that. With your government, they do it. They want to show who has the control, crack that whip. But as human consciousness increases, you will see these beings here. And some of your Illuminati beings are very tall, like 30 feet tall. So some of them might have a little bit of difficulty seeing that. And some of them might look very Egyptian. That is very true when the word is called pharaohs. Yes. Because like your Washington, D.C., there's a lot of Egyptian energies there. Why is that? It's not just there for looks. The beings themselves are there. In the other dimensions, they are very tall. And they are Egyptian beings that never went away. So it all depends on the dimension you connect to. Some of these stories, these movies, are actually showing you that yes, just with a simple thought, you can open up a whole nother reality. You might not be able to physically connect to it, but you feel like there is another reality you're not seeing. There's several of them that are controlling your world. I mean, there are different dimensions that are running your planet. This is why you do not see your Illuminati walking around all wonderful. So, and not all your third dimensional Illuminati beings know how to tap into that. They channel the energy, they do what they're told, but most of them are well hidden. So some of them are alien, most of them aren't. That is another misconception. Your Illuminati are aliens. They are some, yes, but others are right here on your planet living the good life, waiting for you all to realize that they are there. So, as you open up the passage within yourselves, the different dimensions become more clear to you. And that's all we have for you at this moment. I believe we have put some good thoughts into your minds of opening up the rose of your soul. Yes, I am speaking for the Elf Collective. I will speak of my name at a later time. Blessings.